This is not a podcast.
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 This is not a podcast, but it's a broadcast on IG and YouTube to make y'all laugh. To make y'all laugh.
And some real life shit.
To make y'all laugh.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Holly Bugs.
It's your boy Watts.
It's your boy Grizzly Green.
And this is not a podcast.
And today we got a special guest, Benny in the house.
Benny in the building.
Benny in the building. What's good, Benny? What up?
What's going on,
Is that the three of y'all?
Yeah.
And I made the beat.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Did you?
YP too.
Sounds good, bro.
YP on that. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
They surprised me actually with that one. They came in one day like, yo, we got it.
We didn't even tell them. Yeah.
Right, and then they were like, yo, it's good. I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta get in the booth. I gotta be part of it. I didn't believe in me, man. I went in the booth.
I did.
Knocked that
I'll
out
be
in one take, man.
I was like,
take,
nah,
bro.
already sound good.
I said, nah, it's good already, bro.
That's dope.
yeah. Shout out
Well,
to
yeah,
that,
man,
yo.
we got our guest Benny.
I guess Benny in the building. What up, Benny?
He took a little drive to come over here.
Yo,
We
man, appreciate that.
man.
Facts,
We really
facts.
do. How was traffic, man?
I kind of did it in pieces, kind of like, I actually had the day off today, so I made my way up to New Brunswick, got a haircut.
Let's go.
Okay.
chilling around
Shout out
there.
to New Brunswick.
Yeah, no, shout out to his barber.
Shout out to my barber, best barber shop. It's actually in Highland Park, so go check them out if you're in the area. But
Shout out to the barber.
Let's go.
made my way up to New Brunswick, got the haircut, took my time, went to the hometown up in Essex County, Caldwell.
Essex County. Let's
Shout
go.
out to Caldwell. My brother went to college at Caldwell College.
Yeah, it's actually Caldwell University now. They switched it up. Yeah.
Upgraded.
Yeah.
So I haven't been there in a while, so I just made my way up there and then shot some content, did a couple of videos up that way with the car.
Fire.
And then
My boy looking fresh too.
Yeah.
Seeing him, right?
Facts. Yeah. And now
made
you
my way
getting
over
out
here.
of podcast, baby. That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
Glad
Thanks
to
for
have
having me. Appreciate it.
So we talk about, man, we get some topics, man. To get a topic number one. I think the first one we got to get into
Shannon?
is Shannon.
Shannon? Boy, Shannon.
It's Shannon, man. What's
Yo,
going on,
listen,
man? Shannon,
I'm not
bro.
into football. I'm not
Yeah.
into all that.
Are you familiar with what's going on with Shannon Sharp and who he is?
I know Shannon Sharp. I know he was a legend football player, legend tight end. But
All right, so let's break it down.
I
So-
know he's got the show now. But just before you get into that, I did see him making an announcement on an Instagram reel.
Yeah, man.
And I fell victim to the short attention span, and I scrolled past it, so I don't know what's going on.
So here's what's going on. So Shannon Sharp is 56, and he's dealing with a 20-year-old OnlyFans female. And right now she's trying to sue him with what's the man's name? Busby?
The Tony Bugsby.
Tony Bugsby, who's the same lawyer that was trying to get Jay-Z on the charges for allegedly what's the actual charge?
Rape from back in the days or something
So
like that, yeah.
so what's going
I don't
on?
say that word, but yeah, sexual
So
assault.
what's going on is that now they're airing out all the laundry. So like he's showing the text messages. She's putting audio of him. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Shannon Sharp is I think personally from what I've seen that it looks like it's extortion, straight extortion.
Anything with that guy Tony Busby,
Yeah.
seems like extortion.
Yeah,
to
it
me.
looks like straight extortion.
This is the way I look at it, right? This is how, if I was a judge, right, I would say open and closed case, right? When the victim, or quote unquote, and mind you, I don't want to take away from any real
Right.
victims out there at all. This is just my opinion. I think it looks like a money grab to me. When the person comes up, the victim, and they have a whole bunch of recordings,
Right.
and you're supposed to really like this person,
Right.
you got to think that they got a
setting
plan
up.
going
It's a setup.
on.
It's a
There's
setup.
Of
plan
course,
going
you're
on.
recording your conversation.
Why are you recording your conversations
We really
for
like
this
each other.
moment?
Yo. And if you hear the recording is so like
What was he
scripted.
saying?
Scripted. Well, she's like, hey, come over to LA. Like, nah, I'm not coming. But when they're speaking, it's like she's like, hey, you coming to LA? And it's like quiet.
She's like forcing him to say shit.
And then wait for him to say something. And then he'll say something and it's like quiet. Like it's very awkward. Like it's not a free flowing conversation like on the phone, you know? It's wild. And then he says some shit like, oh, I want to choke you out, whatever. But not even say whatever, but in the text messages,
She's
they
talking
have
that-
super explicit messages.
She
She's
talks about she wants to get
sexual?
choked.
sexual, yeah,
Choke
yeah.
out?
She wants to get choked out. She's talking about drop your big back baby. I want a big back baby, all type of shit. She's wild, yeah. So
She wild.
it looks like almost like their conversation is like leads like that. That's how
And
like with the sexual conversation leads down that
And
rail,
that text
you know what I'm saying?
message, they even said, I forgot the category it is, BSM or whatever it
Yeah,
is. Like
BSDM, yeah.
when you're into like getting hit,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
beat up.
Yeah.
She even references that in the text message.
yeah.
That's what she likes.
So she's trying to sue him for like 50 mil. Word in the street is that he was trying to settle for like 10 mil if she didn't say nothing, but she said no because of the lawyer, and then try to get 50 mil. I don't think they're getting anything. So
50 million is crazy.
50 million.
That's
Well,
a lot of fucking money.
He just signed a deal for 100 mil for his Club Shay Shay shit. So she's
that's
trying to get
half.
half of that shit, basically.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
What's your opinion on that,
Yeah, yeah.
man?
my opinion on it is too young for a guy like that with too much going on. You know,
Yep.
you gotta if you're gonna do it with someone that young, and it's gotta kind of be like a one and done
one and
thing,
done.
or
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
you will have to be in
Close case.
complete control of that
Right.
because that's young.
Yeah,
It's young.
super young.
And like I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that because she's obviously of age,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like, you know, it's just like
What is he doing with
they're emotionally not developed at all,
Right,
like not
right.
doesn't understand life yet at
Facts.
21 or 20 years old. 20. So it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Why are you keeping something that in your life? You know?
Other than sex, what do they have in common?
Facts.
Yeah.
I was talking with my boys the other day. We're like, yo, he can't even go to like the bar with her. Like you can't
Yeah,
even go
she
to the
can't even
bar
get
and have
in
a
yet.
drink. You know what I'm saying? Like she can't even drink yet.
she's gonna be bored.
Yeah, you can't even. No, she can't even.
can't
no,
drink
she
yet.
can't
Oh,
even
yeah,
enter.
she-
She's 20,
but
so she
yeah.
can't even go into the bar and have a
You know
drink.
what it is, bro?
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
the
shit
sex,
is crazy.
bro.
But
bro.
I've been
It's
on
the sex, bro.
I've been on
It
dates.
must- you know, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you go.
It has to be the sex.
Yeah. Obviously, that's what
It's the
that's all it
sex.
is. But still,
But
like,
keep it sexual.
Nah, but you-
But for that money grab,
Yeah, you-
like,
Oh,
that's
you're
crazy.
risking your career for
Facts.
just the sex.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
You're
some-
55 years old. You need something a little bit
56.
more. 56.
You know,
What were you
and-
saying?
Yeah, just like, you know, there's when girls are in their 20s, they're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And now into their 30s, you know, everyone's looking good with all the things you could get now. Like women could stay beautiful older, you know, even to their like 50s and 60s and stuff. Maybe even older. But, you know, it's like a girl in her 20s, yo, that shit look, you know.
I get it. I
It's
get
fine,
it.
yeah. So it's like,
tempting. It's tempting.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's,
And 100 million.
Yeah. And
but it's not worth,
being-
no, it's not worth that.
And 100 million.
And 100 million.
And being 56 years old,
Right.
you might be like, damn, I still got it.
Right.
It
Like, I can get
yeah,
100%. That's what it's
yeah,
about.
yeah.
That's what it's about.
20
20 years old.
Would it make you
20-year-old.
feel a little better about yourself?
Make you feel alive?
But I really doubt Shay Shay got trouble clapping cheeks. I really
agree.
doubt that.
I agree.
Like,
It's a white. It's
And
just a white girl, right?
white girl.
Yeah, white girl.
you seen
I ain't gonna
Dr.
front.
Umar
She
Johnson?
That's what they said too, man. They say it's a racially motivated situation. You know, all the comments is all about yo.
But I don't get
all
it.
the
how-
black kings leave the white girls alone. Blah blah blah. You
But
know,
I don't get that. Like when they're cool with having sex, but you're saying it's rape. But how is it rape if you're cool with
They
it?
try to get
Because
money, man.
it's a cash grab.
And again, we don't know if this
It's
is true or not.
Yeah, yeah.
There's our
But I
views
just
and
don't
opinions.
understand.
But just from what I've
Yeah,
seen,
you know what I'm
I've seen
saying?
online,
But
it seems like it's a cash
It's
grab.
a cash grab.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Do you think she really likes this fucking guy?
Right. She's not. She's just money. She probably gets flown out. She probably gets
She got the
do
OnlyFans
whatever she
popping,
wants. She got the OnlyFans
and all
popping.
that.
And this is her final piece to it.
Right.
Let me get-
exactly.
Let me walk away with.
and I'm good. I'm getting my bread and get out.
I hope Shannon Sharp gets out of that. Okay.
I hope he does too.
Yeah.
Right.
you
I hope
know.
justice is served.
I hope justice served.
served,
If
'cause
he
if
he did do
exactly.
it, I'll keep it. I keep the same energy. I said
Yep,
the same
yep.
thing about Diddy and other
100%.
people.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
whoever did it,
Yeah.
they deserve to wear all that.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? They deserve all the shit that happened to them.
Facts.
But if it's a cash grab, speaking of our new segment, topic
Right.
of the day.
Topic of the day. So here's what the topic of the day. My man Al agree on point. So good, man. So topic of the day is: do you think that the person that is accusing the male or female of rape should be face criminal charges? Because
If it's false.
we feel like it's been so many times. Like if she's lying, right? She's just like, all right, she lies, she don't get the money, but nothing happens to her, right? But as you see, and if you know what's going on now, there's been a lot of stuff that it's not true, and it's just like gets blown under the cover, but it still diminishes the person's character a little
matter
bit.
if
You know what I'm
what?
saying? No matter if it's true or not. So do you feel like the female or male who is accusing a person of whatever crime
And they're caught lying.
and they're caught lying, should they be face criminal charges?
I think so.
So we want to know. Check in your comments, put in the comments. let us
Everyone,
know.
if you're watching this, let us know.
Do you think that the person that's accusing, if they're false, if they're lying, should they be filed criminal charges on them? We want
Topic
to know.
of the day.
Topic of the day, man. Go ahead, my man.
That one right there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I say yes.
Yeah, right.
I say yes.
I agree.
I say
I
yes,
agree
too.
too, because there should be some consequences. If not, you could just keep throwing lawsuits out all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't it the problem? Like if it's a civil suit,
Right.
if it don't touch federal, it can go.
It goes
Like once
away.
it touch
drops.
federal,
Right.
it's over.
What's crim- what's-
That's the
what's
problem.
criminal? Right.
So like even what about all these cases are civil? Like they suing civilly.
Right.
They're not suing like
Well,
if
so
the
then-
feds got involved.
yeah,
like,
That's why
So
he
that's the
tried to
issue.
get. That's why he tried to get the 10 mil.
Yeah.
Like y'all give me 10 mil.
Like, here,
be
just take
quiet,
it, be quiet.
and
Like-
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But
but now
it should you should be held
Penalized.
accountable
Even
Even if
for
civil.
putting out
Yeah, of
false
course.
claims.
Hell yeah.
You could be in trouble
Hell
for
yeah.
calling the cops calling 911 for something that's
By
fake.
mistake. Or,
No,
yeah,
by fake.
Screaming fire in a movie theater.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
You're in trouble
Exactly.
for that. Yeah, you're right.
But even you could say the same thing. Like, I don't want to, like, I don't know how deep you want to go into this, but Kendrick and Drake,
Yeah.
the dude's labeled as a pedophile now.
Right. Exactly.
all over internet.
Exactly.
Now, did he do it or not? I don't think he did personally.
think so either,
But,
but
at the same time,
we
like
know?
we don't know.
Right,
You don't really know that you don't have access to the truth.
100%, yeah.
99.9% of the times, right?
Facts.
I think truth is all interpretation
Yep.
most of the time.
Right.
But you know, I personally don't think Drake has done that.
Right.
But anywhere he goes, anything he posts now,
Pedophile.
pedophile, and
That's
like, no wonder why the guy wants to fucking sue
Right.
UMG. And it's like
Crazy.
that is wild. You know what I'm saying? But also,
Hey, wait,
does
hold
that
on.
not wait?
Let's be careful with some of those words. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We can't be saying some of those words
No
that we're
words.
saying.
There's not a podcast.
But go ahead.
bro.
Go ahead.
man.
Yeah.
Facts. Whatever you want me to censor, I can censor.
No, you know,
My
ain't no
fault.
sense, man. It's
Say
not a
pedo,
podcast, man.
Pedo,
Say whatever you
yeah,
want.
my
man.
fault. My fault.
Pedos.
Pedos, yeah.
Pedos.
But when it gets to a certain degree and a certain point, right, of calling someone that and accusing them of that, and everyone else jumps on board, does that raise an eyebrow to something federal?
100%. Yeah, it should.
Yeah,
It should.
Yeah.
It should.
And then
because-
next thing you know, the guy has, you know, the feds raiding his house.
right.
Yeah.
It tarnishes your image, whether it's true or not. It's gonna have people raising eyebrows to like, is it true or not? And it's like, if there's no truth to it, then why is that even being brought up as a subject?
And when they say the worst court is public opinion, court of public
of
opinion.
course.
Facts, man.
Because people made up their mind before the
Right.
justice system even
Yo,
was
bro,
allowed to do their job.
Instagram,
That's your
Instagram
boy.
solves cases faster than the police.
Than the police. It's social media, right?
Social media gets the case closed faster than police.
Nah, I don't know. I think
No. But it's the way they.
No, yeah, that's
how they are now.
Court of public
Yeah,
opinion.
that's what I mean for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they put these videos together and like look in the top. Yo,
But
bro,
a lot of time, Instagram be wrong.
super wrong.
And that's what this is kind of like going to where we're talking about
Right.
the court of public opinion, because now
They
with this
use
whole Drake
Instagram.
thing,
Right.
like you're saying, now whether he didn't do it or
Right,
he
did
did,
that.
regardless, people
Everybody
think
feels
he
like he
is.
did.
Yeah,
Facts.
they think he's
Oh
a
shit.
pedo.
Right.
Cakes in the building.
Shout
yo.
out to
wait,
Cake in the
yo,
building.
shout out to
my
Cake,
boy,
man. Yo, all right, so let's get to some serious topic.
Another serious topic.
They out here checking out Red Dot, man. They trying to fuck up my Skittles, bro. They out here, Trump at
fuck them
RFK
Skittles,
is
yo,
out
you
here
heard?
banning
Yo, Lord.
red dye and stuff in
listen.
food, man.
Yo,
They
just
fucking up my Skittles,
just
bro.
Leave them in Kool-Aid.
All Skittles are gonna be white, man. What's going on, bro?
All of them?
Nah, I don't know. There's no,
there's
no more dye,
there's
bro.
8 different
Nah,
dyes.
it's actually a good thing.
No,
I'm
it's
just
a
talking
good
shit.
thing, it's a good thing. There's 8 different dyes that they're banning.
Yeah.
RFK.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing, man. I think I got kids, and I think, like, why do we even need this shit? Right now, we could find
Facts.
natural food coloring.
Right.
Like, you don't need dye. So there's 8 of them that they're taking away. Only thing is, a lot of the foods that we love, they could be making a lot of changes.
Like what though? Like what?
So
Like
like Skittles, a whole bunch of like cereals, a whole bunch
chips,
of snacks,
potato chips, potato chips, salt and vinegar.
Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Yep.
I don't fuck with those.
They're gonna be white, bro.
Your body those. I don't fuck with.
Did you?
I'm a kettle, so I'm
Betty, I'm sorry, Betty, you know about this? What's going on with this? Or,
I've heard, like I said, like I don't watch a lot of TV at the moment, or I go through, like, you know, I know what RFK is trying to do and what he's all about. He's trying to like make a change for the diet and nutrition.
I think
and
that's
stuff.
They do it
That's a good
overseas.
thing.
Oh yeah, they
Right,
do it.
yeah,
Well, look at overseas for years. They started like the first thing that they kind of that came over here was their portion size, right? We eat like, you know, our meals.
Tomahawk steak for one.
Yeah,
bro.
That would be for a whole family out somewhere in,
Facts.
you know,
Yo,
wherever
tomahawk
else.
to the face, yo.
In Portugal, they you know, the tomahawk steak would feed a whole family of
Like
like
whole villages.
Yeah.
Whole village, bro. 100%.
you know, so I think, you know, I like what he's trying to do as long as, like, you know, he's doing it himself. You got to lead by example when you're in that position. So it's like, you know, they caught him on the plane with the McDonald's. So, you know,
He fucked up. Yeah, it's
Yo,
like,
that's crazy.
you know,
Talking all this
practice what you preach, my man.
But you know, you could say like everything is in moderation, right? And I think it's a good thing. You know, like your body is your temple. Your body is
Facts.
the only reason you know you're alive. You know, you gotta act.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying? Like,
Drop a bomb for that.
Shout out
Goddamn.
for that, bro. Facts.
it's the connection to everything. So I feel like, you know, what he's trying to do is definitely, you know, make nutrition like almost like a medicine, right?
Right.
Like I've been seeing a lot of that, like, you know, forget these pills and everything. Like you know, there's a lot that food could do
Naturally.
for us. Yeah,
Naturally.
Facts.
Right.
Just by taking care of yourself,
Yo,
man.
man.
So, you know, there's a lot of people.
I'm a Mr. Red Skittle though, man. Yeah, man.
I love Skittles and Sprite was my
Yo,
thing back
Skittles
in the
is
day.
my favorite
I like sour
candy of
Skittles.
all
To be
time,
honest,
bro.
I like sour
Anybody that
Skittles.
knows me, Skittles is my favorite candy of all
Skittles
time.
and sour
bro.
Skittles.
Skittles is alright.
It's gonna be
Right
weird to eat mad white Skittles, bro.
They're going to find
It's a
something
mystery
out
flavor.
there.
Them niggas,
the
you
mystery
think-
flavor. Remember the mystery flavor?
You think
Yeah.
the niggas don't fuck up a bag? They're gonna find a way.
Nah, they have to. They have to. Now. They have to. They have to. They have to go FDA shit. They
Yo,
have to.
Costco's and rack up all the Skittles.
Yo,
Flip them.
Flippy.
Ooh. Yo, I was
Wow.
we
There
was just
you
over there
go,
quick
there you
in
go.
quick check. I was about to buy a bag of Skittles just for the love of the game, bro.
You heard? I can
But-
flip them.
Right now, like, people are still upset no matter, like, because of the whole Trump administration, you know what I'm saying? Whether you like him or not, I'm not a big fan of Trump, but whatever is good is good. There's people that's still upset about that.
Right.
They're like, oh, but why they doing this? Why they doing that?
And they just upset at the messenger.
It's true.
Not the point.
Not the point
You know what I'm
of it.
saying? Like the
Yep.
point is like it's better for us.
It's better for everyone.
It's better for everyone. It's better for everyone. This is not stuff that should natural that should be in foods. But they're just like, nah, Trump said it or whoever. Like it's just mad at the messenger.
Yo,
it's
it's crazy.
ridiculous.
If you guys were to look up all the stuff that's banned, even like in the UK,
Yeah.
that we still eat here,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
ridiculous. Sheesh.
That should tell you what's what.
Yo, man. I'm still, like I said, man, Skittles, I'm going to miss you,
Yo,
bro.
listen.
Yo,
Listen.
Yeah.
I know Hooters is going bankrupt. If I had the money, I
You'll
would've
buy
bought
Hooters?
them. Hell
What would
yeah,
you name
nigga.
it?
Hooters up in Dykeman. Crazy. Imagine a Hooters in Dykeman, yo. Don't take my idea, yo.
Hooters
Yo,
Dykeman.
Cake. Remember I
Hooters
used to
in
tell you that
Dykeman.
idea all the time?
Hooters
Yo,
in
listen.
Dykeman.
Don't take my
How
idea,
about,
yo.
I got it, Bug.
What?
Hooters and hookah.
No,
Hooters
look.
and hookah in Dykeman,
Hookers in
nigga.
Dykeman. Doesn't that sound?
No, Hooters and hookah.
Hooters in Dykeman.
Damn.
Imagine a Hooters. I mean,
Well,
they
yo,
gotta
what
wear
type-
Air
wait,
Forces.
Hold on, but what type
They
of
gotta
shorties
wear
working
Air
there?
Forces.
How they looking? The shorties that work there.
You know, come on.
What's the outfit? What's the outfit? What's the
You know
outfit?
what's joints? You know the joints
He
with
said
the
they got to wear Air Force.
You feel me?
Yeah.
With the
They all gotta have BBLs.
all that, all
Oh,
of them,
man.
all of them. I want no naturals. I want no naturals. I want no naturals in there. I want the big shit. I want the big shit,
This nigga
yo.
stupid. All right, man. So
Why not?
No, I'm down for Hooters.
Yo,
Hooters and hookahs, B.
If
I'm
we
with
could
it.
work something out, yo,
Talk to
do
us,
something,
man.
yo.
Get a sponsorship.
There's still a chance before you go bankrupt. Book
Damn,
could
yo.
save you.
Why,
Nah,
is,
but
it,
you
why,
can't
why is a place like that going bankrupt?
I don't know, bro. Niggas ain't fucking with the chicken
Sports,
wings no more.
sports,
man.
with half naked women and wings.
Right.
I don't know what
How
it
does a place
is,
like that
yo.
go out of business?
Very true.
Come and think about that shit.
I
That is
seen
a good point.
something. I seen something. I don't know how true this is, but they're saying like the way things are moving is that more guys are booty people than tit
that
people.
Hooters,
That's an
okay.
easy fix.
Right,
That's
right.
easy
Bring
fix.
it
Yeah,
out,
of course.
you know?
Yeah, just show less down here, right? That's it.
I also think that there's more. I think Hooters, as much as people want to say, is like the
Hooters
females
was
or whatever,
fire, though, the food.
but there's also wings and shit. There's so many different bars. There's Buffalo Wild Wings now. There's
But
Wingstop. There's other places.
You go
that
to
sell
Buffalo
wings.
Wild Wings, ain't nothing fire
No,
coming up to you.
But it also had to do with the food. Like you can't. If you think
That
that
shit is
you go there-
trash.
Huh?
Wingstop is trash.
No, I don't, we just talking about that. I don't like Wingstop.
Wingstop
I like
is
Wingstop.
trash.
I
Now,
fucks
but
with
Buffalo
Yo,
Wild Wings is good,
original
buddy.
Hooters, bro.
Yo.
Come on,
Yo,
my
Hooters.
nigga.
Holla at us. Boogie's gonna
My
save
nigga, yo, listen. That was the
Boogie's
first
gonna
spot.
save
You take how funny it is to take your kids, and if you have sons
Nigga
and they
take his
just
kids
looking
to
at your yeah.
That's
like,
the first time.
Yeah.
they
That's the first time you
your
see
son, right?
big ass shit, yo.
I thought I felt bad about Skittles. You made us bad about Hooters for real. For
Nah,
real.
I'm just saying, niggas going bankrupt, bro.
It's fair.
There was
Yeah,
that spot in
case.
Hackett.
Fair
It was
case.
on 4? On Route 4, right?
Route 4.
Yeah.
Yo,
He closed
alright.
that shit up.
So
fucked
now
up.
that we got the Hooters out the way.
Now we got that out the way.
Betty, let's get
Just
the
dive
let the
into
viewers let's dive into you for as I said. No, let the viewers know a little bit about you, what you got going on. What's up with you, man? Talk to us.
Hey man, I'm like kind of just in like a regrouping phase right now. You know, I have a lot of music out. I have a lot of good things that I've done in the past. Just trying to gain keep that. I have a little momentum right now, but I'm trying to regain some of the momentum I had back in 2022, and like trying to just really like, you know, I care a lot about the craft. I like really care about music and stuff, but I think that like I'm gonna continue to do that. But I think it's time to switch gears and really put my focus into marketing and really posting a lot more and you know, getting seen. Like for instance, like you go on Instagram and if you have your professional dashboard set up, you know, 50,000 views in 30 months or whatever. If you don't post for a couple of days, that shit drops. And it drops 5,000 a day.
100%.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
just saying like 100,000 a
Facts.
month, yo.
Facts.
We're doing 100,000 plus a month.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
shit-
yeah.
and-
But
but-
shout out to all the viewers, man.
Yes,
It's not a
thank you.
podcast. You really
But like you
appreciate the
said,
love.
if you're not up, because it's been a little,
If it's not
chaotic, a little crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Because we had some stuff we had to regroup and figure out as far as like posting.
And we saw
And
the,
we see
it was
the
like,
drastic drop.
87.
Yeah.
Like, man,
And within
70.
2 days.
Yeah.
That shit was
You know
crazy.
what I'm saying? And it's like, as an artist, like it becomes for me, like, am I gonna be like throwing myself out there every damn day trying to something new, or post the same stuff, and like, you know how the algorithm works, sometimes it doesn't hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might get, you know, whatever, a lot of views, like, you know, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 views.
Right.
Sometimes you might get like 2,000, 1,000 views. And like, you just never know what's going to happen. And it's like, it's finding that balance because, you know, I, personally, like, you know, obviously the game has changed and it's forever changing. And social media changes, I think, every 6 months or so now.
Always.
So it's like, you know, I come from an era where it's like, I kind of like the mystique of artists when they didn't drop. And you didn't know what they were doing for a while, and next thing you know, they come out of the blue, and it's like, oh, here it goes, slap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then, like you said, it lacks on your views and all that. And the algorithm pushes you under.
They forget you. They forget you. Yeah,
if you're, it's here today and gone tomorrow. That's what it's come. That's what it's come to.
And
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I realized the other day with the algorithm with Instagram? It's insane. Half of my Instagram is from people I don't even know or follow.
Yeah.
All the people I follow, I don't even see their posts unless I click on their page. That's insane, you know?
Yeah. So right now, from what I'm doing, man, is like, you know, I'm trying to like kind of push some of the older stuff that I have, like, because I think it's still really good. I think it's timeless in my opinion. Nice. I feel like you could play that whenever, and whenever that catches steam, it definitely is still going to be relevant to what it is today. Trying to do more collabs with you know, podcast. I know this is not a podcast, but
it's not a podcast. This is not a podcast.
You know, channels like this, you know, just more rap channels where, you know, I'll collaborate with someone that has, you know, I'll do a freestyle or something like that, or, you know, just whatever we have to do.
Benny, Benny, you put yourself on the spot. We about to we'll give you kind of like 5 minutes, but that's coming up for sure.
Boy.
Question I have for you though. So, where can I find your music? So, because Benny, that's your rap name?
I go by Young Benny.
Young Benny, Young Benny. All right. So if I look at Instagram and stuff like that, Young Benny?
Yeah, Young Benny.
Cool.
One Young Benny for Instagram, but for Spotify, it's just Young Benny. Apple Music, just one Young Benny. There was another Young Benny from like South Africa, but I phased him out.
Got you.
Let's go.
He's done now. He's done now. You're done. Yeah.
You're done now.
I mean, like, good luck, but whatever. You know.
There can only be one.
What kind of what do you say is a genre of music? What do you do? Is hip hop music? Or I seen the video. I'm sorry, you just told me too, man. My memory's shot.
Let's Link, yeah.
Let's Link, yeah. I thought it was a dope video, man. Dope visuals, you know what I'm saying? Like the football field, all that stuff. What do you say? What would you say is like your genre of music, or what are you trying to get? You know,
that, you know, it's funny you say that because I was thinking about like that today. It's like, you know, I feel like I touch on a lot of different subjects. You know, I touch on like the party side of me. I touch on like the serious side, the hustle, the motivating side, and like the depressing side, like the trials and tribulations I have in my life. You know, like if you listen to my 2021 project called "What Happens After 12," the last song on there is extremely, you know, deep.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of songs I have like that are like that. So I feel like it's definitely hip hop, it's rap, it's storytelling, but it's also like a lot of you know, I like to have fun too. So I like to have, I want to have a slap like in the club, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So
it's for everybody.
I think it's for everybody, but again, like, you know, kind of like how things are these days is like, you know, I feel like one of my biggest problems I've had musically so far is moving on from stuff too fast. Yeah. So like, you know, again, like, you know, I get hyper fixated. You saw me when I walked in and I saw the equipment. I'm like, I'm ready to record right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like
to the booth and everything. Like,
yeah, like I'll go to the studio. I'll have 4 songs ready to go, and I'll get them all done. Obviously, I'll go back to mixing and master them. But you know, if I put something out, I'm like, damn, like, all right, that's fire. But I want to put this out now because I like this one, like in the moment. And I think, like, you know, as an artist, like, you know, just like constantly creating is what we like to do.
It out, yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? You're a producer, like you know how it is, man. You might make 5 beats in one night. You know what I'm saying? So and you might like the next one every time.
More and more.
So you feel like maybe you don't let things simmer too much, like you don't let the masses get to it and enjoy it before you throw out the next one.
So like the fact of like, you know, for instance, right? So Same Energy is actually Cake. He caught me at a show.
Okay. Shout out to Cake in the back.
Yeah. Same Energy was a song he got you know, he heard from me when I was at the show, and he liked that a lot. And it's like it's a tough song, it's a go-getter song. The chorus is like, make sure when you see me, keep that energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all my haters and shit like that. And it actually gained traction to a point where I got this jacket from a fighter in Philadelphia. He found me online. he asked me to walk him out to his fight in AC.
Fire.
It's the same
Oh,
energy.
dope. Nice.
Yeah, back in like 2022. And this is Strawberry Mansion in Philadelphia.
Shout out to Strawberry Mansion.
Shout out to Strawberry Mansion.
Threw me this jacket. But it's like, that's like an indication where it's like, yo, maybe I should have pushed this a little bit hard, like more to the masses of like the athletes and the boxers. And, if someone's coming across me from, a completely different style of life, you know what I'm
different
saying?
avenue. Of,
what I'm saying? Like I'm a suburban person, a kid. And that's an urban guy coming, it's a fighter. Like, North Philly is a rough area. But he relates the same energy. Right. And he's like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's tough. Like, dope, so it almost like, it goes to show you, like, yo, maybe like, I could have hung on to that for like a lot longer than I did. And the visuals were fire. You would like those visuals. This dude, Steve Mulez, he shot it. He's Russ's videographer now.
Oh, okay.
He goes on.
Russ.
He goes on tour with Russ and does all of his concerts and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's an incredible videographer. But yeah, like I could have definitely, again though, coming up in that time where it's just like, I didn't know that's what you did. I thought, you get a banger and then you put the next one out to keep it rolling, and then I think that maybe if I put out Same Energy and then the next thing came, that group might have not rocked with it as much as, you know what I'm saying? And like, I've started realizing for every era of music that I put out, there was a new group of people that
you have to cater to, or that's going to identify and rock with it.
Dude, someone hit me up, right? And this is crazy, right? They go, yo, man, you sound good right now. I like what you're doing, but like, yo, 2019 was different back. And I'm like, and he sent me a picture and it was a 2019 playlist of all of my songs. And I'm like, yo, that's how I talk about my favorite artists that they switched up.
Right.
Back in the day,
I'm like,
the old Kanye.
I'm listening to Jack Harlow from 2017, 2018. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I
funny
found him.
I felt like a Jack Harlow vibe when I heard the song. That's why you bring up Jack Harlow.
So I like Jack, but like his newer stuff is dope. But it's like I don't relate to it as much as I did.
Right.
At that certain point in time. So it's like,
but still, you always got to move forward and you got to recreate yourself, and then you got to let your creativity take you in whichever path it goes to.
That's what I'm saying.
At the same time, you can't stay stagnant where you're at.
Yeah. But I just don't think I developed that like core solid. I mean, I definitely have like a lot of people that are tuned into me now, like not like where I want it to be, but like I have the core people that definitely do. But I think that I could have definitely done a better job of solidifying a certain base.
More groundwork.
Yeah.
I definitely relate to that because, we used to do music back in the day. I mean, they still do music, whatever, but there's definitely songs that I felt like, man, if we'd let this rock and let more people hear it, that would have been a hit. That would have been a hit. You know what I'm saying? But again, it was like the artist in them and, and just understanding was like, again, you wanted to bring out new stuff. Like, that's old to me. It's like when I used to tell her, like, yo, that's mad old. Like, we made that 3 years ago. Like, but nobody knows that. No, some people that don't know that. So when it comes out right now,
it's new to anyone who never heard
it. It's
Yeah.
new to somebody else. And so I definitely relate to that where it's like, you want to make sure that it's a thin line, right? Because you don't want to oversaturate it where like, yo, you're still not making no new music. Like, you're still playing shit, but it's like some people really haven't heard that. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a thin line, 100%.
I've toyed around with the idea of literally deleting everything and just restarting it because it's just like a lot of stuff that I did do early on are on projects. You know what I'm saying? And I picked the Same Energy as a single and On This is a single, which is a fun song. Like, and the other 4 didn't get pushed. You know what I'm saying? And then I did another album. I have 4 albums right now, and it's like there's a lot of songs on there that could, like, I don't know if they're gonna be singles or where they could go. Like,
you don't know what's gonna hit.
So it's like I was thinking, like, as much as it would kill me to like kind of like take a step back on my creativity, and strip the albums because all of my albums have meaning. In some sort of creative direction. Take all those down and take all the singles that I had down and just restart as far as like, I could release, 2 songs a month and just hammer those for
Well,
do that every month.
Pushes, right?
You know what I'm saying? For
bad idea.
I got 60 songs out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could do
too much going on.
And it's like, because how much? And again, like in this era, it's like, are albums even really that popular anymore? Unless you're like listening. I skimmed through the Drake and Party album, like, and not no disrespect to them, like, but it's just like, just kept going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the attention span is not what it used to be, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to sit down and listen to the whole thing. It's like everything is so quick and so like right in your face. It's like you got to catch them quick, or else they're gonna scroll to the next shit or switch to the next shit. You know, so it's a very thin line because then you also, I would think, as an artist, you still want to master your craft of like, I put a lot into the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, this means a lot to me. It may not hit with this person or that person, but to me, it meant a lot. And there might be people that it hits too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure it's a very thin line as far as, like, you know, that's a very tough.
Take this dude, Leandro Ball, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
All right, check it out. Like, okay, however you feel about him, whatever.
It's crazy.
But the thing is, he's only got 2 songs out.
That's it.
Yeah.
Why? So he didn't rush anything. You know what I'm saying? He got his hit. You know, obviously, like, there was backing behind it. That, like, you know, it's easier when you have a famous family and stuff like that. Not saying like
you get more eyes on you.
Yeah, he dropped it.
I can't say it's easier. But
he dropped it on a stream with that million viewers. So
right, exactly. So it's like, regardless, that's where I feel like I lack too. It's like, I'm not even getting to a point like right now where it's like, I mean, I definitely have, but you know, I can't even, like, if I'm not breaking like 10,000 views or something like that, or 15,000 views. Right. It's not even getting a chance to be hated,
right,
and gain that attention of like negativity, because like you see that kind of pulls the algorithm towards a certain way. Because how many comments you look at and something's got 25,000 or 350,000 views and all the comments are negative,
right?
Yeah, it's almost a good thing in today's day and age.
It is no such thing as bad.
Crazy?
There's no such thing as bad publicity. Like, Yobos want to be bad. Like, you get more. People comment more hateful stuff than love for the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And to go off of what you're talking about with the algorithm, the more comments you get, the more the algorithm pulls you to be viewed more. So all that hate, all it's doing is getting you across more eyes.
And what if it's a strategy of putting something stupid out and you get hate, but then like you know you have a banger in the tuck, and you put that out, and then all those people are there.
Kanye,
how they would say it.
Yeah.
Bug swears to Kanye, bro. I feel like he just got too much. He already got enough views and shit, man.
But like I'm saying, you drop a song saying cousins, and then you say that. Come on, my nigga. Come on. Everybody wants to hear about the song.
Everybody wants to know now.
Everybody wants to know what happened. And that's the world we live in. Everybody wants to know everything about everybody.
Attention is currency now, right?
100%.
Yes, they want to know.
Clout is currency.
They want to see pain. Like, they want to see someone else's pain, bro.
Game is different, man.
Yeah,
Game is different
for sure. So you say you have a few albums out. What album is out right now? You have an album out right now, or are you working on something right now?
Yeah, I have, like, you know, for what I've been working on, man. It's just like, you know, I have enough for like 2 or 3, I think, and they're all like different. I had one of my old roommates. We did an EP together, and we were gonna do a whole like 9-song project, and I'm just like, I want to do it. I like the idea behind it and what it means, because it's like a certain point in my life where, like, you know, I'm still currently sort of going through, but like when I was living in that house with him, you know, I was doing Uber Eats fucking 12 times a day, or 12 hours a day, and like, you know, just really hustling, coming back and playing with the MPC until 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know,
grind.
yeah, and you can hear that in the music.
Yeah, it captures the time in your life.
And I was producing a little bit on it, like just like making some melodies, hitting the pads and stuff. And you know, he found a way to loop it. So it's like, you know, I that's a whole separate project, and then I have my own thing that with different producers and stuff like that. That is more like that's definitely more of a niche project with him. Yeah. Definitely really fire, but the stuff that I've been working on solo with, like, you know, a lot of different producers and stuff, like I got another, like, you know, maybe like 12, 15 songs that could be an album too, but it's like what I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like if I put another 12, 15 song album out, it's like, that's a lot of work. Right. You know what I'm saying? That I don't have the funds for, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, not that I'm scared of the work. I've never been scared of that. Right. It's just more of like, how do I pick something
strategically,
and really run with it.
Yeah, maximize what you need to do.
That's what a lot of people don't know about this industry. Yeah, you gotta invest into yourself, bro. Yeah. And then they don't know the amounts. It's a lot of fucking money, yo. A lot of money.
I'll tell you this, yo. I actually, you know, I don't know how much I should say this. I'm not gonna go any further than what I'm about to say, but I just recently got an investor, and it's like I'm starting to realize it's not enough.
Sometimes it's not, and even that, even that's not enough.
It's going very, very fast.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and it's like, wait a minute, like this is almost. It's not almost out, but it's like, you know, we're starting to get to that point where it's like, yo, like, where could we put this money?
Yeah,
and maximize it.
Yeah, and
get your money on return.
And I think that artists are so focused on having a manager. And it's like 9 times out of 10, like the manager's like not gonna do much for you at a level where it's like they can't do much for you, you know, unless they know somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to have a seasoned manager, a seasoned vet that believes in you to bring you
that
on.
Can connect the dots.
Yeah,
and shout out to the managers.
But if your homies, like, you know, for real, no, because like there are some that do that, and I do respect the fact that like I've had the friend manager before, you know what I'm saying, and like they definitely are. They believe in you and they want to see you do well, and they definitely have done things for me. But it's like, there's a certain level of passion that I carry myself with, that I like expect certain things out of people, and it's like that, you know, sometimes they can't get it done, and it's like it's hard to break
and it's
through.
difficult because you're a friend too, and you want to be like, you know what I'm saying?
It's ruined relationships for me.
It's tough. It's
Hell
tough.
yeah.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And it sucks. And, you know, to even put it in more perspective, it's like I had a meeting with Republic Records very briefly, and they don't, like, you walk into a label and you're going to say, like, oh, like, you know, I'm going to show my music, they're going to love it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that anymore, yo.
Right.
It really isn't. They don't break artists anymore.
Not
Your leverage is the attention.
everything.
Yep.
Look at your numbers. Look at your social media, how many followers, how many views.
Engagements.
100%.
If I went in there and I had, you know, a song that had, you know, 5 million streams and I have 250,000 followers or 500,000 followers, like, they want you to build up
respect
to the
that
point.
more.
Now, that's the leverage. You know what I'm saying? Like, my ex used to
100%.
say, well, all you care about is likes. Well, in my industry, the more likes I get, the more comments and shares I get, and the numbers, they might not be immediately turning to money. That's leverage
That's
later in
leverage
the
for
line.
them.
To get that money.
To get that money.
That's what it is. That's what it is right now. Like you said, like, again, you have all those likes, all those views. They already think like those people coming with you. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Excuse me. You're not. They don't develop anymore. Like we talked about on the previous show. There's no A&Rs. There's no artist development anymore. It's like they don't care how good you rap or how, you know. All they care about is who's listening to you, who's following you, and what numbers you're gonna bring in. That's really. That's really.
I
What
seen
it is.
real quick a little sidebar. It's kind of tied to it, and I think this was so dope. Ryan Leslie, remember Ryan Leslie, producer.
Yes.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Ryan
yeah,
Leslie.
yeah,
Do
yeah.
songs with Cassie. And
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
He used to live at the lower too, but shout out to Ryan.
Oh yeah,
Leslie.
shout out to Ryan
yeah,
Leslie. He says something where he started, I believe, a company where you're the artist and you text people or you give out your phone number for your fans could text you, and then you send them updates on whenever you got albums, right?
Right.
So he said he did that and he dropped the album, right? And he sold only 17,000 copies.
Yeah.
But he said, but that's these people wanting to buy those
Right,
albums.
right.
That money's 100% mine. And then he said that he already knows if he got 17,000 copies and like he knows what singles are like the best, now he drops a tour, right? In those cities where mostly these people brought it from,
Right.
he said everyone's gonna bring
show
someone
up.
and bring someone else. So he said he made, for that album, made over $5 million.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. It's the ground coming for the ground up.
That's fire.
That's finding your true core base. Because what you need really is the base, like you said earlier. You need the
need
base.
your core.
You need your core base, and then they're gonna tell, yo, you heard this shit, and he gonna hear it. And then you gonna tell, yo, you heard this shit. That's why it's gonna come down.
But I definitely
that's
have
a great marketing strategy.
I definitely have that though. Like I've done, like, you know, the hometown has definitely been receptive. I've performed at parties and like in the Poconos and stuff like that people have brought me out to, and I definitely have a solid thing going. And like from the outside looking in, like when I talk to people, they're like, yo, so like you're doing this shit like full time, right? And I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the only thing I do. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've come off stages where, and I mean I do it super full time, and I put so much time and effort into this and money. I've come off stages opening up for certain artists, and people are DMing me out there like, yo, when you back in Jersey? And I'm like, yo, this is like, I need like, it's just not adding up, and it's something I'm doing wrong. It's not me musically, right? Like it's not my talent. I don't think at this point. It's something else where it's like, it's just like something I'm not
maximizing those opportunities. You got to figure out how to get to that.
But even the managers have come up to me and they're like, I've had phone calls and text messages with them, and they're like, so are you signed? What's your situation? Do you have a manager? No. What's your Instagram? See, I got 5,400 followers, 5,300 followers. Yep. See you later. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like what numbers. But it's like, you know, there's no more potential anymore.
Right. They're not trying to help. They just want to see what you got, not trying to help you get to forward.
And
I see you,
Alvan,
bro. I got you.
What did Alvan, my bad, real quick, what did Alvan say? He said now the thing that these people lack is artist development.
Yeah.
They don't try that no more. They just want
they want the
finished
product. Exactly. They don't want to help the product.
It's easier.
Yeah, it's much easier
for them. It's way easier.
100%.
This split, they get this split, and that's it.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a great conversation. I hate that we even got to get to this because I feel like it's really going good. But we got to get to one of our segments, our favorite segment. It used to be our only segment, but that was the second segment because we got another segment. We got to add another. Is Boog's famous 5 questions.
Let's go.
Right? So Boog's gonna hit you with 5 questions, and give you the best answer, whatever the case may be. There's a random off the wall questions that.
Is it timed?
No, you good. I mean, not necessarily, but we do have got time. You know?
Well, I'm not saying I gotta answer it in like 6 seconds.
You good. It'll stop clock on that.
2,
go. All right, question number 1.
What's the most valuable lesson you learned in life?
Ooh, damn.
Starting off with that
Yo,
one.
facts, right? You're gonna need some time. 3, 2.
Oh man.
That was
Up until this point,
Mm-hmm.
shit. Man.
It could be anything and anything.
that was a
I think it's kind of like, you know, what I said before is like, you know, kind of like the truth. Your truth is truth is interpretation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's kind of like, you know, that and also just like, you know, I'll keep it very surface level at the moment. I think that, yeah, because I could really go down the rabbit hole, but I think life comes in waves. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to accept that. Like, you know, you might be riding 9 bad waves in a row, but you can't just slink to the bottom and drown. You gotta, you really gotta, like, you know, just catch that next wave that could change everything. You know what I'm saying? And then after that goes,
I like that.
I
you might actually catch another fucked up wave.
I love that. I love that, bro. I fuck with that. I love that.
Yeah, like you know, just definitely keep swimming. The Castaway,
Just keep swimming.
Castaway is actually a deeper movie than a lot of people think. It's not just some guy from FedEx that survived on an island for 4 years. You know, there's a lot of hidden things in there where it's
messages.
like, yeah. If, I don't know if you watch like his monologue when he has the ice in his cup and he's like, whatever you know, the tide may change. Like anything can, you know, anything could happen.
He didn't give up. No give up.
What got him off the island? A freaking porta potty thing.
Yeah,
came.
porta potty.
You know, the door of the porta potty came off and he put it as a sail.
He created a sail, yeah.
He was there for 4 years and that didn't happen.
Right.
Yep.
Facts.
crazy.
Damn, that was good.
Yeah.
That was
You're
good.
right. You're
Good
right.
question. Even better answer. All right, question number 2.
Who you think is the greatest athlete of all time?
Greatest athlete
Of all time.
of all time.
Across all sports.
Ooh.
Across all sports.
Yep, greatest athlete of all time.
Super hard.
Top 3. We'll do top 3.
Top 3?
Top 3. Let's do top 3. We'll give them top 3.
I'll go from my 3 favorite sports, I guess. I'll say for football, it's
Ooh. I got what?
I gotta say you gotta kind of give like Tom Brady.
Okay.
You know, I think he's the GOAT.
He's definitely-
Because I'm
he's definitely
looking at like not even just like physical attributes, but mentality is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Facts.
you know, basketball, I'm gonna go with athlete wise. I gotta go with.
Be careful here, bro.
Yeah, I know you,
careful,
man.
bro.
I'm going with Jordan though.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. You're welcome back, bro. Doors open now.
Jordan.
MJ for sure.
That's all I really watch for. I guess for baseball, as far as I know, is like Bo Jackson is fire.
Oh,
Bo Jackson.
Yeah, that's baseball, football. You could put Dion in there too.
I was going with Dion football. I was gonna go with Dion football.
Well,
But-
did
but
you
I
watch
get-
him play 2 games in 2 different
Yeah,
sports in
yeah.
one?
He went and one day he went for the
one
football game, had an interception. The next day came and had like a double or some shit in the playoffs in the Atlanta for the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
That's impressive. All right. I fuck with it. Well, Brady's the GOAT in my opinion. Jordan's the GOAT in my opinion, and then Bo Jackson's just a different beast. So I respect that.
I like that. I like that.
respect that. All right, question number 3.
Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Ooh. That was quick.
And what is it?
What will be dinner?
And what's for dinner? Yeah.
On the regular, well, are you like talking like more what I could eat?
Like, what's your favorite plate?
My favorite. Definitely like
for dinner. For dinner.
something like Southwest, like chicken wrap.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Southwest chicken wrap.
My man.
I just had a
My
wrap. I just
man.
had a wrap. I just had a chicken wrap.
Fuck with the wraps?
This guy's a fucking chicken.
Yeah, I just had a chicken wrap, man.
You know, living in New Brunswick too, man. I ate a lot of halal food, man. There's a joint
Ooh, shout out
on
to Allah. You're
Lamb over rice.
Mashallah.
There's a spot on every damn corner over there, man.
Okay.
King Gyro, shout out to King Gyro. They are fire.
Spice. All right. Question number 4.
Who's your favorite quarterback?
Elon Manning.
Eli, yo, shout out to the Giants, baby. New York, you heard? Eli.
That's my guy.
Yo, who beat the GOAT twice, by the way?
Yeah.
You heard?
Eli Manning.
Eli, shout out to the Giants, man.
He's definitely not better than Brady, but he's
not better than
definitely
Brady.
He's my favorite
He's my favorite
Yeah,
quarterback,
yeah.
man. There was something different when he took the field, bro. Like I felt like safe.
Yeah, like
Not
he's
like I felt like scared, but like almost like comfortable. at the
like he's
same
gonna
time.
get it
Eli,
done.
man,
He's
yeah.
gonna get it done. I agree.
That number 10 man is infamous.
Shout out to Eli Manning.
Even though he was as fast as a statue, but he was good though. He was good.
Facts. Eli Manning, yo. And
was good.
hopefully, a couple of years we get his brother Archie over there in the Giants. man.
Shit.
We should.
Shout
We'll
out
see,
to the
hopefully.
Giants, you
Yo.
heard?
Hopefully
I
so.
need them seats.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
Question number 5.
What's the biggest risk you have taken in life?
Damn.
It's the last question.
Probably, you know, this is turning out. My music career is turning out to be a big risk. I'm putting a lot behind it.
Betting on yourself.
Betting on myself. You know, I definitely have a lot of quirky experiences in my life. You know, like, you know, I didn't play high school football. I ended up trying, you know, walking on Duquesne.
Okay.
Playing. Got to work out with the Giants, actually.
Nice.
2018, yeah.
Shit. Okay.
What position do you play?
Receiver.
Nice. Okay.
Let's go. Okay,
So
let's go.
I did really well. Like, you know, just walked on, ended up starting 2 years, led the team in touchdowns. Grant, I was fast as hell. Yeah,
Shit,
like,
I ain't my man athlete over here.
yeah,
No
so
bullshit. Yeah, Betty.
that was a risk because, like, you know, I didn't know if I was ever gonna play, and it was, again, it's a lot of time and effort and early mornings to not really know if you're gonna even see the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, I like to believe you know, you work hard, you'll see the result.
And like he's talking about, there's a message in everything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, that's the way that he did that. He could do that with the music shit.
The only difference is that it's objective versus subjective.
Right.
Absolutely.
And, like, you know, if I go and burn 9 kids in a row in a go route and score a touchdown and practice,
You the one.
You're probably gonna get, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you the
But
one. Yeah.
you might not fuck with my song, you might, and then you might not.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So the subjectiveness is something that I'm getting used to.
but
and
the never giving up and trying to go for what you need to go for
Definitely.
and pursue your grind and your passion.
yeah.
It's the same.
I also believe that, like, you know,
I got you.
at some point or another, like, you know, if, like, I don't think this is gonna happen to me, but, like, never say never. I feel like I'm on the right path, but I feel like also, like, rejection is also a redirection. You know what I'm saying?
Like that. Jump on for
So,
that.
like, I feel like if you're rejected from somewhere, it's just you redirect
Push you
to a
to the
certain
right path.
Yeah.
Another door opens.
Nice. Yo, man, so that's a Boogie's Famous 5. That's usually our last segment of the show. Right now, so anything you got to promote? Anything you know, shout out? Anybody you want to shout out? Any promote you want to promote? It's your time, baby.
Right now, man, just go check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, Young Benny. You know, I got a lot of stuff out, like I said before, and, you know, I think that there's a lot to be heard still, but I have a lot in the tuck too, and I'm definitely experimenting with some more of different sounds and stuff. Cake's still here.
Yeah, he's still
he was telling me to do some drill stuff, so I did. Yeah, I got like a kind of like a sexy drill song coming.
Let's fucking go.
Nice.
Started doing some more samples. I got a Usher sample that I have coming.
Let's go.
I'm more of like kind of focused on, like, you know, I definitely get lyrical with certain things, and I care about that a lot, telling my story through lyrics. But the production is like something where I just wanted to kind of,
Make a hit.
yeah, like get a leg up more. And I think I've always picked the right beats for my ear. You know what I'm saying? And what I was trying to get across.
No, you
but,
got some fire. Yeah.
yeah, but I think that, like, to even step it up a notch from there, it could definitely work wonders for me.
Shout out, man. Shout out to you, baby. We appreciate you coming through, man. Show Love to Not a Podcast, man.
Facts.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
my boy.
having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fucking hand. Y'all already know what the fuck going on. It's your boy Holly Bugs.
Here, it's your boy Watts.
It's your boy Grizzy Green.
And this is not a podcast. And shout out to our host,
Young
guest,
Young Benny.
Let's go, baby.
Why I said host.
This is not a podcast.
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 This is not a podcast.